Men Stories. I'm here with Margo La Duc, and this is a song called
You Make Me Smile.
Yes, and you have a good story to say with this one.
Yeah. The lyrics are, I looked at waves in the ocean and think of how'd you do that. I was like, one day I was out, it was daylight, I couldn't be in that blue room anymore.
This is a place you sang in.
Mm-hmm. That was when I was making the CD at the studio. The studio was blue.
And it was one of those ones that drove you crazy.
After a while, yeah. And so we were out at this place, beautiful, on Golden Pond. I'm telling you, it was like pristine, unbelievable. The water was just no, right? And I was like, wow, this is just absolutely amazing. How do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Like, I look at waves in the ocean and I think of how'd you do that? Like, I look at trees and all the different leaves. How'd you do that? You know, water to wine. How'd you do that? You know, had one fish. How'd you do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's amazing. We were just looking at some rocks.
Yep.
Your rocks.
Yep.
And there were specific things that it looks at first sight, it looks like it was drawn on there, but it wasn't. How'd you do that? You know what I mean? And it makes me smile. So that was all about just beautiful things out in the world, just things that are just there for us to look at. I was just like, wow, you make me smile, man, because that is like, that's it for me.
It's magic.
It's magic.
Mystic magic, yes.
Mystic magic, yes. Yes.
I have to teach you that song.
Yes, you will have to.
Yeah, it's cool. I have to send you the words.
Okay.
And a version of the song, and in MP3. So
Oh yeah.
I think this time, I think Andy's doing it. But this song, we're going back to your song because I get carried away with my songs, and you get carried away in your songs too. So
I do. Yeah.
That's where we're at. We're on you and your wonderful songs. And you saw this and you created it on the move when you were.
Yep, I was right there, and I was like, how'd you do that? And the music was playing. I always have the music playing.
This is in San Francisco?
Actually, this was somewhere around Marin, but I don't know exactly where these places are because Tony is really, he's a native from San Francisco. Yeah. He knows every spot. He knows everything about.
Find all the.
He can find the best, beautiful places that will be
inspiring. There are some beautiful places.
There are places that people don't know about. That if they knew about this, it's a treasure. It is just amazing, and he knows all of them.
That's wonderful.
So I mean, he's got stories about all these places,
and he brought you to one of the magic places.
To this one that was very magical.
And you just got so inspired. You wrote a song right then.
Right there, I wrote the song right there, and he was like, "Write it down." Oh my God, write it down, because I sang it from top to bottom.
Right.
Like I sang it. He put the music on, and I just started singing it, and he was like, "Stop, write it." I'm like, "No, I can't. I gotta keep singing." Right. I was writing it as I spoke. It was amazing.
You gotta get a recorder that comes.
And normally, iPhones, everybody can do that, but back then I didn't have an iPhone.
Yeah. That was before iPhones.
I don't know if it was before iPhones, but it was before my iPhone. It was before my iPhone.
I understand that.
Yeah, well.
I had a old piece of Motorola gear that just barely made phone calls for 10 years into everyone having all the other stuff.
Yeah, I was a late bloomer with all this. Yeah. I was kind of kicking and screaming.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Margo, and my song is You Make Me Smile, Old Man Stories.